Good morning everybody and welcome to the next day in Turkey. Today we are seeing Troy and Ephesus, and right now I am in the ancient city of Troy. Smaller site than Ephesus, but it's still really cool. The city itself is another city built upon another city upon another city, so we're seeing so many different levels of archaeology, which is really cool. The city actually used to be a port city, but the sea's sort of retracted back into the Dardanelles Strait, and you can stand on a platform and you can just see flat farmland, and it's just quite cool. And you can see even like on the ground little seashells as well, which is interesting. When you go to these places, you really have to use your imagination, because there's not as much to see, but it's still really cool. If you're going to come here, you really have to come with a guide, because otherwise you just don't really know what you're looking at. But there's one bit that I think was really cool and really well preserved, was some sun-dried bricks, which were 4,500 years old, which is really cool. But right now we're about to leave and go to Ephesus, but it's a 5-hour journey. I'm super excited so far, the amount of dogs we've seen here as well, because who doesn't love a dog? So now we are off to Ephesus. This is like the best bit so far of Troy, has been seeing these guys. Look at them.
You can come with us. If we sleep on the coach, they can just sleep under our feet.
But you can get in back to England though.
Yesterday, just put it in a baby carrier. Oh, there's another one. 3 rounds here. After hours and hours driving, we are finally in Ephesus. Looks really cool so far. But you're more excited about cats. I'm not excited about this, but there's cats.
It's really cool so far, and we're just gonna explore it. I'll try and give you as much information as I go, but I'm learning it as I go. So yeah, let's see what Ephesus has to offer. So Ephesus, we're learning, it's about 5,000 years old, but everything around us is about 2,000. It's like Greek Roman ruins. The marble is original, but what that does, it makes it very hard to walk, and we found that it's can be a bit slippery, and we've seen a few people fall over. This is really cool, considering we're comparing it more to Pompeii. Obviously compared to Troy, this is far better than Troy. But no, it's about on the same level as Pompeii, isn't it?
Pompeii's bigger.
Yeah.
I love Pompeii though.
Yeah, no, Pompeii's amazing. There's so much more.
Similar kind of, the way that the ruins are displayed is quite similar.
Yeah.
There's probably more information here than there is in Pompeii, because in Pompeii you have a guidebook, or you just don't know what's going on, or an audio guide like we had.
Yeah, so, but it's still really cool. And we've only literally been here, well, we've only just started it, so hopefully we're going to find some more incredible bits. Okay, so behind us is the most famous building in all of Ephesus, the library. It's a truly stunning building. Like, I've seen pictures of this before, but it's just a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's seriously impressive. I'm slightly disappointed that it's cloudy, because I was really hoping to get some golden hour shots with this, but it's still equally as impressive. Yeah, so far Ephesus is an absolute must see, and we're going to go hopefully to the theatre, which apparently is equally as amazing. What do you think of the library?
It's very cool. It reminds me of Petra in Jordan. I think that's what it is, with
that's
where
really
it's
cool.
built into the rock. It's just so impressive.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
Well, it looks like Petra because it reminds me of the Indiana Jones Last Crusade, where they go in and look for the what's it called? Holy Grail.
Yeah. Well, this was actually in the book of Revelations. Apparently, the Virgin Mary lived in the city of Ephesus. Apparently. I think a lot of ancient history is just piecing together what they may or may not have happened. So what we're going to try and do now is just go around and take some really cool photos, some of which you're probably going to see right now. It's amazing. amazing, like how many of these structures here that you're seeing just survived. So, I mean, look at this road. Look how flat and level it is. Coming up, I'm really hoping it is what I think it is coming up. Yeah, if it is.
It is, look how tall it is.
Yeah, it's gonna look so cool. Did you enjoy that walk?
My legs hurt.
Okay, so here we are in a 2,000-year-old Roman theatre. Down there you're seeing a road which would lead down to the port, and there is where the port used to be, and obviously the sea now is 7 kilometres away, but during time of Ephesus city it was a port. That was its primary source of income. So no golden hour pictures unfortunately, but I'm not disappointed. This was amazing, really worthwhile. Absolutely make sure that you can come to Ephesus if you do come to Turkey. It's, some people are telling me it's overrated, it's over touristy, but no, it's I've been to a few ancient cities. Pompeii was really interesting, it was massive. Obviously went to Troy and a few others, but this is truly impressive. So tomorrow we're off to FETHIYE, which is more the south coast of Turkey, and that's where there's going to be crystal blue seas, and I'm going to do a lot of awesome stuff which I will definitely show you. But until then, I'll catch you in the morning. We're actually stopped in the town of KUSADASI, which is where we stopped. It's really cool. We're only here for about an hour before we head off down to FETHIYE to a ceramic tile shop. But the best thing about this morning is that we've made a friend. We've called a dog and we've named him Bruno. Here he is. We just picked him up and he just started following us the whole way around the town. It's going to be heartbreaking when we actually have to say bye.
You made it think you're taking it home with you, and now you've broken his heart.
So this is the thing, what I was trying to say is that when we actually do say goodbye, it's going to be sad.
It'll be alright. It'll just pick some other tourists in the next coach load of people.
We are finally here in FETHIYE. It's quite a touristy town. It's mainly full of English people, which is really, really disappointing for me and Kate, because we've come on holiday to avoid.
As English people?
As English people, we've come to avoid English people. Found out on the way here that we are going to a canyon, and I've forgotten the name of the thing that we're doing again.
Tubing.
Tubing.
And just walking through the canyon.
Yeah.
We have to cross like quite a deep part of the river, so he suggests you just wear your swimming costumes and water shoes so you don't step on these stones.
Yeah, and we're also going to go to a great beach. I'm not sure the name of the beach, but it's going to be a more exciting vlog than it has been the last few days. The next few videos is where we get really excited, because every day we're getting closer and closer to Pamukkale and Cappadocia, where we're going to have some really awesome stuff lined up. Whoa! I actually think going on the paddleboard just helped prepare us for the temperature of this water.